unk his ass out in the wind. He's like Katt sat right there and tried to tell this dude, bro.
Katt sat right there and tried to tell everybody a lot of shit.
Yeah, man. Go back to that Shannon Sharp Katt Williams interview from, what was that, 2 years ago now? A year and a half? Almost every single thing he said in that interview is
happened.
Yeah. And he said it in that interview like it was jokes. Like he always does. That's why Katt Williams and Dave Chappelle are the greatest two American comedians of modern day. Because they say some shit in a joke and you think that they're joking. Yeah, and then 3 years later you look in the news and you're like, wait, what? You mean Katt Williams wrote that whole joke? And then like 2 or 3 years later, almost, it's like you start to put all the pieces together and you start to realize like, damn, so Katt probably heard about this shit 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's so many examples of that in his comedy, especially from his early day specials. Like when you go back and watch the ones, the one in the green jacket is the best, Pimp Chronicles. Yeah. But the one where he filmed it in D.C. and wore the black shiny jacket, and he talks about Michael Jackson a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that one, the whole special is just him talking. Like he talks about like the war in the Middle East, and all sorts of crazy shit that like you're like, damn, he is so much smarter than you think if you just like,
oh yeah, he's a smart dude.
Yeah, like if you watch his interview with Shannon, was obviously insane because he talked about the Diddy shit that came out a few weeks later. He sat there and warned Shannon about it's almost like he knew, and that's why he said that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But then like a week or 2 weeks after that Shannon Sharp interview, he went on Joe Rogan and did like a 2 or 3 hour podcast episode on Joe Rogan and talking about insane like history nerd smart shit. Like this like dude talking about like
pyramids and shit.
Pyramids, ancient Egypt and like ancient Sumeria, and like talking about all these like old mythology books that he read when he was a kid that he got super interested in. Yeah, it's really interesting. You should go watch that shit from a few years. It was like right after the Shannon Sharp interview. Super interesting. I learned a lot of he talks about a lot of topics in that interview where you like want to go look them up and learn about it yourself type shit.
Yeah, and one of the, like I said with the pyramids, he was like basically said like we had to get some help.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I mean shit, I can see that. Yeah. Like how the fuck was humans back then building that type shit without any help?
The biggest thing I took away from that Rogan podcast with Katt Williams was something that like me and you, and it's funny because like the only people I ever used to talk about this with are like you and Dale, but kind of like separately. We never really like talked about it together. But like the idea that you can tell how smart somebody is from how much that they act like they don't act like they like if somebody acts like they know everything, they're probably not the smartest person. Like to be obviously like really intelligent and want to learn more and more, you have to admit that like, yo, I might not know. Like, let me listen to this shit. Mm-hmm. You can tell that's how Katt is. From like immediately, as soon as he starts talking, you can tell he's like so researched and well read. And he said something along the lines of like, the media in modern day wants us to think that like we're the smartest people that ever existed, and that everybody back in the day was stupid, and that we're the best version of civilization that's ever existed. And he was basically saying like that is complete bullshit.
It's like look at all the structure and all the shit back in the past that's still here today.
Yeah, it's like what are we building right now in 2025 that's still gonna be here 8,000 years from now? Fucking nothing, dude. Like these people back in the day were literally building like temples and pyramids and all this shit. Like they found some shit in Turkey at this place called Göbekli Tepe.
Yeah.
That's from 8,000 BC. And it's like basically rewritten the history of like what you and I learned in school. Like you and I learned in school that like in that time period, nobody had math. Nobody knew what the stars meant. Like all this shit. And they found this shit in Turkey that basically has like proven that like, nah, like they were using math and mapping the stars and drawing on the buildings based on the stars in like 8,000 BC. And Katt talked about a lot of the stuff in that episode. And he basically like when he said that, I was like, oh yeah, that's how you know that this dude is legit. Because I've always thought that way. Like in school and in politics, when they try to make like whenever somebody who acts like they're really smart talks about the world like it's a straight line and that it's always getting better and it's never getting any worse, and that like to get to the best version of us, we have to keep doing, like, you know what I mean? It's like, nah, bro, civilization is really like this. Like it goes up and it goes down, it goes up and it goes down. It's like, yeah, we have TVs and shit now, but like, are we really more advanced than these people who like built these pyramids?
Yeah, right.
Like, they started, like, for example, like they started talking about like how much math goes into the pyramids. And it's like, bro, we're not building anything nowadays that uses math to that degree, that's that large, with rocks that big. Crazy shit. But yeah, Katt Williams got me back at researching a lot of that back into that. Yeah.